Alright, I wanted to make this video before I go to sleep here. So tomorrow I have the Maple Grove Super Sprint Triathlon. My first, I guess, open race where I'm not considering myself a college runner. I'm not trying to compete against college runners or in that division. So it's kind of my first open race and also my first triathlon of any type. So I'm considering making a little video and putting it on YouTube. So maybe this never sees the light of day, but either way, a lot of logistical stuff about. There's a lot going on here, and I gotta tattoo myself in the morning and find more places to put stickers, and I have 100 questions and I'm too afraid to ask anyone. But I think it's the main thing is just getting there and having everything and trying not to forget stuff. Just have it all here ready to go. Try to wear most of it. And I have a warm-up plan, and my main goal is, strategy-wise, is just to get into the water and stay as composed and calm as I can, because I just know that's my biggest issue. Me and my brother Luke did just like an easy effort Olympic distance triathlon, and even just like cold water, my adrenaline just shot through the roof, and that was just open water with the tri-skin, and that wasn't a race at all. However, I didn't warm up, so the workout was the warm-up. So I think if I can get like at least 10-15 minutes, just a few minutes of lollygagging around, maybe some surges in the water at I don't want to say race pace, because the first 150 meters are not going to be race pace. They're going to be, well, triathlon race pace. I just need to control myself, keep my heart rate down, and going out too hard and making my limbs turn into jello isn't going to help that. So it's a super sprint, so it's 400 meters, followed by a 5-mile bike ride. That I'm a little more confident on, as long as I cannot, if I can keep myself upright with these bike shoes that I haven't quite mastered yet. Done a lot of miles in them. I haven't done a lot of stopping and going in them. They've been more or less continuous rides. So 5 miles on the bike. I think I could do that somewhere in the 14-minute range on its own. So I do think I could probably hold like 18 miles an hour on a relative. It's hard to say depending on the conditions, but I think roughly 18 miles an hour, maybe in like the 16-minute range, would be cool. But that's more or less the effort I'm going for. It doesn't matter if I actually hit that time, if it's awfully windy or hilly. The conditions on paper look like they're going to be nice tomorrow. And then lastly, the run is a 5K. If I can get that far in one piece, that's kind of my element. So, I mean, by then I'm sure I'll want it and I'll need it. So I'm not too worried about the run. I'm just really focused on just getting in the water and getting comfortable and making it feel like, okay, I've done this. I've done, probably now a couple 100 miles of swimming. I'm fine. I can do it. The fact that there's other people there and there's other people watching and it's ranked and timed, it doesn't matter. It's, my goal 6 months ago was to be able to complete 400 meters, and I didn't know if I'd be able to do it by now. 15 minutes in the water, I would have been dead. I'm not joking. Now my best is a 6:29. That was with water and current kind of helping, and I was on land for part of it, so I don't know if you'd totally count that. I've done a lot of mid-8s in the pool, of just raw like 400 repeats and stuff, so I know that I can do mid-8s. I don't know if I want to go that fast. I don't think I'm going to care about time on that portion. I think if I can get out in under 10 minutes and be within myself, that's the rest of the race is going to be really good. If not, I'm not going to sweat it. If I'm out in one piece and I'm not waving lifeguards down, then that's all there is to it. So that's my breakdown. Maybe this YouTube video never happens. I don't know. we'll see if I get cool shots or find cool background music. I don't know. But we'll see. I've trained really hard for this. Anyone who knows me or follows my Strava or Garmin or just tries to make plans with me knows that I do. I'm training more so for like an Olympic distance or maybe even an Ironman kind of thing right now. But I need to feel out the environment. I need to figure out what this is all about. There's so much to think about and so much. I mean, I've done plenty of running and I'm very comfortable with it. Whether I'm fast or not, you know, I can do that all day long. But still got stuff to figure out here. So maybe I'll take more video if I remember to, and maybe I'll see you in a second.
But today was a cool day for competition. As these yellow caps,
let's go, bud, let's go!
They're being out here and pushing their bodies in.
Yeah!
The limit. It's not just so, if any of you yellow caps haven't made it to the starting area yet, this is...
Are we there yet, he says? Cute. Let's go, David!
Everybody grab your glasses. Remember your glasses.
Boom, boom, boom! Get there!
To the finish by that fella there as we got a bunch of family members and friends.
All right, walking the bike back. I think might be a fun time to kind of tell the story. So we just got back after awards. Because it was my first triathlon, had to start towards the back. So the waves went off. We started, and everyone kind of just plopped into the water. It was nice and warm because the air was cold, but it's been 100 degrees all week. It was like probably 68 when I started, around 70, 72 when I finished. So it was really nice. So we're cooking along, and so we started, and yeah, people just kind of dove in and started swimming. I kept wading, and running through the water, and passed a lot of people because I don't know why you wouldn't. It's faster than swimming. To a certain extent, so once I noticed I wasn't wading through the water faster than people were swimming, then I started swimming and did a few. I like to breaststroke a little bit to warm up, get the shoulders loose, and then when I was ready, again, first time doing this swimming or triathlon at all, or any swimming, anything. So started my swim and made sure I wasn't kicking very too hard to use up my legs. I was really focused on using my shoulders and lats and upper body, not destroying anything too hard too early. I was actually staying relatively easy at it. I was blowing past people. I passed a very large amount of the pack, and I was actually almost leading out of the swim, which very much shocked me. I later saw my time was 8:12, which isn't, and it's like probably 140 off if I did an open 400 and was just going for time on that alone. So that's probably, it's faster than I meant to be, like 2 minutes slower, maybe a minute and a half. Definitely wasn't necessarily trying to go through an 8:12, and I don't think anyone else went that fast. So I think I won the swim, and just had people who started ahead of me. Transition was okay. Everything was set up. I already had my bikes clipped in, so the bike looked slower on paper because they started timing before the mount. So it showed 17.6 mile an hour. It's probably more like 20. I don't know, probably spent 3-4 minutes, felt like 20 minutes, but 3 or 4 minutes trying to figure all that out. Because I was out of the transition, definitely in the top group, maybe top 5. And then went through the actual mounting area. That was where I accumulated most of the time. So definitely had the fastest T1, maybe not the fastest bike ride. Well, probably still the fastest bike ride or close to it. But yeah, and by then I thought I had passed everyone. It felt like it because I was just passing regular sprint distance bikers and the runners that I did intersect paths with, that they were on their own little trail. Then we hit the run. As soon as I did that, I was much more comfortable, and that was very smooth on the transition. And 16:12, I think it was pretty quick. It was like, I think it was like 5:0 something pace. So that was decent. That was what I was going for. A lot of zigzagging between people, and really every leg. The transition was the only time I actually kind of had my own space to do whatever. But yeah, we finished, and I only noticed one sprinter in the run. That was pretty close to the end, and I just realized there was no way I was behind him, or I was ahead of him, I mean, on the start. So I was like, dang, I maybe won this thing. And sure enough, we checked, and 47 minutes overall. So I don't know, it was like 16 on the bike, 8:12 on the swim, and the run was 16 low for the 5K, 5-mile bike, and around 16, 400 meters swim. So it was good. Won my first triathlon, so a pleasant surprise. But I had a feeling I was up there when I wasn't really kind of stopped passing people pretty early after the bike ride started, because it was like, okay, I thought I'd be behind more people, but I must have passed them already. So I'm very, very pleased with that. I really want to do a mass start international distance, so I'll probably do Pumpkin Man that's in Nevada. Probably do that at the end of October. And I guess that's all I really have to say about it. No mechanical failures on the bike, but I do have some upgrades I want to do to it, and to make it a little more appropriate for longer rides. A 40K would be what I'm getting ready for now, and honestly it's more so what I've been training for. I haven't really been training for sprinting, but running wise, probably do City to Lakes. Well, I'll definitely do City to Lakes, definitely do TC10. Still trying to decide on my marathon, but either Bemidji or Whistle Stop in Ashland, Wisconsin. And that's my recap. All right, see ya.
And number 904, give it up for your winner, David Noggle. Give it up for your super sprint men's overall